The road to the 2021 Kentucky Derby continues, and today we're going to take a look at the Kentucky Derby starters, and the topic is Mandaloun, the big strapping son of Into Mischief. This guy competed in all three legs of the Louisiana circuit, the Lexington Stakes, also the Risen Star, and the Louisiana Derby. Let's start off with his pedigree. As I mentioned, the sire is Into Mischief, and Into Mischief already has a Kentucky Derby winner in Authentic last year, so trying to make it two in a row. And he's got possibility of a couple of starters in this year's Kentucky Derby, and he's got several high-profile horses in this crop of 2021 of 3-year-olds. The broodmare sire is Empire Maker, so there's a strong stamina influence here with that Empire Maker who won the Belmont Stakes, ran in the Kentucky Derby. He was trained by Bobby Frankel. Had a variety of foot problems, so he got a late start to his career and probably was hindered a little bit, got a foot injury the week of Kentucky Derby. He ended up running in the Kentucky Derby, but ran just third in that race, and then took some time off and came back and won the Belmont Stakes. Impressive effort, and was able to kind of showcase some of that stamina in that race. Now, Into Mischief, early on he was kind of a cheaper sire. Of course, he was trained by Richard Mandela, the judge himself, and he put together an impressive Hollywood Futurity win in his 2-year-old season, and then didn't really train on as a 3-year-old, had some injuries. So Into Mischief the last couple of years have gotten some quality mares, and his sire fee has increased. Now, Juddmonte Farms, this is a homebred, so you've got some stamina influences there, although a lot of it is turf and more that middle distance on the turf with that turn of foot. Now, Florent Geroux has been the jockey all 3 races on the Louisiana circuit, but he also rides Caddo River. Caddo River is going to be running in the Arkansas Derby, so we're not quite sure yet which of those 2 horses he would choose if both make the race. Now, with Mandaloun, he was, kind of rising up the rankings into that top 6-7 ranking, and then the Louisiana Derby, the wheels kind of came off. So he comes off a bad race in the Louisiana Derby. Still a little bit of uncertainty if they're going to run in the Kentucky Derby, but as of now, Brad Cox continuing to point them, and it's just a matter of if they want to run him in the Lexington Stakes to kind of give him one more race, a bounce-back type race. My concern is he may be a little bit over the top. He disappointed a little bit with that wide trip in the Lexington Stakes. He seems to be more of a grinder. He doesn't really have that turn of foot. So, and then distance, I'm just not so sure. Did he bleed in the Louisiana Derby? He had the same trip. He was sitting 3 wide and then just faded back. My concern is that he may be a little bit over the top. He ran a 1 1/8 in the Risen Star. Then he ran a 1 3/16 in the Louisiana Derby. And I'm not sure he's actually going into the Kentucky Derby on a peak effort. Now, Brad Cox, the trainer, getting his barn going very rapidly the last couple of years. Came to fame with Monomoy Girl, his first Grade 1 winner. He has no Kentucky Derby starters, so he's trying to get essential quality and the possibility of Mandaloun into the race this year, and maybe Caddo River. And then also Florent Geroux with 4 Kentucky Derby starters. Some long shots. He's had a couple trained by Steve Asmussen, including Gun Runner. Again, we talked about that. Gunrunner probably, made a nice move. He's probably overachieved on some of his Kentucky Derby mounts so far, so it'll be interesting to see which one he chooses reading the form here between Mandaloun and Caddo River if it comes down to that later on in April when he has to make that decision. So Mandaloun, the profile today for the Kentucky Derby. Does he run in the Lexington Stakes before the Derby? Does he go straight to the Derby and train up to it? We will see. Brad Cox trains. Leave a comment below. What do you think of Mandaloun? Should he take another start? Should he train up to the race? Maybe he should wait for the Preakness. Leave your comments on Mandaloun. We've also got profile videos up of Midnight Bourbon, Helium, and also we'll continue to profile all the Kentucky Derby starters as they are announced for the 2021 Kentucky Derby.